Three, two, one. We are live.
We're back.
All right. Welcome to Suki and Sacho, everybody.
Don't say anything good till everybody starts lighting up.
Oh, they're all lighting up. Come on. They know what the time is. They know we've been doing this for 3.5 years now. So they got to know. Everyone's getting their alerts.
Look, Suki, there we are. We are
Everyone's
live.
sharing. Everyone's
We're up.
getting up there.
Watch this. I'm going to go onto somebody else's Facebook page and share it on their page.
How do you do that?
Because I'm one of their administrators. And they have 500,000 viewers. They have 500,000 followers on their page.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this. Only Good. You know the folks at Only Good.
I know the folks at Only Good. It's just one of the many outlets that
Only
now
Good TV.
the Suki and Scott show airs on. Yeah. By the way, Good USA Today, we're a hit on USA Today
Suki,
right
they
now.
Love us.
They love us. They're happy with us. And we have to thank all our viewers for helping us support that. And also the new viewers that are joining in and liking the content that we're creating. So we appreciate that. We continue to book great guests.
Sook, you don't even get
comedians, celebrities.
Sook, just while we were
got an email. Here, you did anyway.
Sook, while we're sitting here, I got an email that said, "Hey, would you guys like to have Mary Wilson from Heart?"
Yeah.
No, we're not available that day.
Yeah.
Not only is Mary Wilson coming on, we got you know Emerson, Lake, and Palmer, right?
Yes.
Well, Emerson and Lake have passed away.
Palmer.
So Carl Palmer is still out there doing his thing. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. He's out on tour. Carl Palmer's coming on in 2 weeks.
Good.
So we continue to get legendary guests here, Suki.
And it's really nostalgia, a place where nostalgia lives, right? Good news.
Absolutely.
This is a good news zone.
Nostalgia
zone. We call it nostalgia.
We haven't called it nostalgia in a while.
Yeah.
I forgot about nostalgia.
It's not really.
Well, I forgot about it. That's all.
It's not really happening.
It didn't happen because I forgot about it.
Speaking
but
of
we're calling the phrase nostalgia.
Somebody wants to talk to us. Hold on.
Thank you so much for allowing me these few words. Speaking of nostalgia, Suki, I don't know if you knew this, but Scott and I have this kind of running competition about who's better in what sport. And I didn't know this, but basically he thinks that he's a great bowler. He keeps telling me what a great bowler he is. And I'm like, come on.
I know he's a good bowler because he's won millions of competitions. Believe it or not, in high school, he was on. Did you know his high school career?
I sent him the plaque in the bowling alley with my name on it. And he still wants a piece of me.
Do you know his father?
Look, there it is. See that on the left? See, that was High Tor Lane Shootout champion, Suki. The very first time they held it, old Scotty Boy was the winner of that one.
How old were you in
1997? It's Jeff. How long ago was that?
It's too long.
I was in my 30s.
More than a few decades.
It's funny because I
were you on the bowling team in high school?
I was laying in bed with Lara. We weren't even married yet. I said, "Hey, there's a tournament up at the Lanes tonight. I'm going." And she's like, "What are you, insane? You're never gonna win." I walked in at about 1 a.m. with $600 cash. I said, "Here's your money." Yeah.
I
won it.
Anyway, the lesson of the story is I will never challenge Scott because, unbeknownst to me, the plaque shows up with his name as champion. It's permanent. It's like etched on the wall at a High Tor Lane.
You want me to put one finger in the ball, lefty, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna crush you on the lanes. Anyway.
Do you still play bowling? Do I
still play bowling?
I don't know.
How dare you talk
still bowl?
I haven't in a while, but it really doesn't change much. Suki.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy can shine up his ball all he wants.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He's not gonna knock down 10
I'm sure men have a tendency to shine those things
Anyway, listen, we got to get this show started.
Have a great show.
We got a huge show. Jeff will be back in just a sec. Yeah, let's leave that up for a little while. Listen, we got a great show for you. Robert Kelly's coming up, stand-up comedian, actor, Suki. I told you got to watch The Degenerates on Netflix.
Hysterical.
Folks, go check that out because each comedian has their own special. It's like a 30-minute special that they produce, and he's phenomenal. Best one on the program. And we also got a guy by the name of Phillips coming up. He's so good, they named him twice, Phillips.
We're going to ask him about that.
He is, American Idol winner. He's got a couple huge hits.
He's got a new album
coming out this month. So it's going to be a great show.
The first album in 5 years. So he's got a lot to talk about, a lot to promote. And we're just going to walk down memory lane with him because, you know, I feel like we kind of grew up with him, right? 2012, he won American Idol.
It's also it's National Game Show Day.
Who knew it was National Game Show Day?
By the way, when Robert Kelly comes on, we got a little, what we're going to do with him, since it's Game Show Day.
Okay.
We have this quiz where we're going to show, well, you can play with
We're all going to play? Okay.
It's famous sitcom living rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And
like
you
the
have
sets.
to tell us the name of the show.
Okay.
So we're going to see how good Robert does at that. And you and I, after we start the show officially, we're going to play a little game show host trivia with some classic game show hosts, see how well we both do in that vernacular.
Okay.
Anyway, Jeffrey, hit the start of the show. We kick it off in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, that's 7 of hearts. Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor.
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
And optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu. Is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen. Your intro is fantastic.
Yes, indeed, Eric Roberts. Suk, what's going on, babe?
Nothing. We're having a fantastic day,
What's
moment
so
for us.
about the day?
Well, we're doing really well on USA Today, right? We're doing really well on some of the
we're
outlets.
doing well. We're doing well.
Yeah,
Sue.
on some of the outlets. I mean, listen, this show has been a passion project for so many of us. Really, Scott has just been, muscling through with it. Jeff has also now joined the process.
Now.
It's a lot. It's a lot trying to do something that you really believe in. But I think that's when we always receive and we get the most success.
And we just got a check for $1 million. So it's
so we're pretty much done for the year. I think we're taking the summer off. But no. And the guests just keep coming. So it's kind of exciting that we have these great conversations with people that we're really, truly fans of.
Oh, yeah, no, Suka, it's been great. Today, no different. Robert Kelly, stand-up comedian extraordinaire. He's also been in a couple of movies. The guy's on Netflix. He's got his own specials. Funny. I told him that anyone who walks into my house
and drinks
tequila, and then we have to sit down. We have to watch his segment on The Degenerates, which I need you guys to go check out on Netflix. Robert Kelly. It is extremely funny. And then we got Phillips coming on. Of American
Idol fame, but not more than that. I mean, he's got a new album coming out, the first album in 5 years.
Yeah, and just recently he performed at the Memorial Day service on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, and he talked about Gone, Gone, Gone and what the meaning behind that song is. So,
is that the one that goes, settle down?
Yeah.
That's all in me.
Yep, that is. Please don't sing it.
And what's the other one, Soup? Whenever you go to like an affair or party, that's the one everybody uses for their. That's the one everybody uses for their montages now, right? Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
But he's got so many amazing songs. But like to see him, rise from American Idol fame.
Yeah, and he didn't want to do it
and really create something for himself is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And he has his brother-in-laws in the band. There's a lot of like past history stuff that I'd love to get into. So we're going to get into that.
His sister convinced him to go do American Idol. They waited forever online, and sure enough, the guy won.
He won the whole thing.
So Philip's going to join us a little later. Hopefully he's got his guitar with him. Robert Kelly's coming up in a second. Suk, it is it's National Game Show Day,
and
which
we love game shows.
It's National Game Show Month for me. Every month is
it's
game
every
show
day.
month.
Every day is Game Show Day.
So
here. We like games.
I thought in honor of Game Show Month, let's call it. I want to bring Jeff Meltzer back in here because Jeff put together Sook, Jeff, you're on mute before you talk.
Name
that game show host.
Oh, host.
So it's really going to be name that game show host.
I don't know if I know everybody.
And it was only about 7 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Some will jump right out at you.
Okay.
Some might not jump right out.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, the ones I told Jeff stay away from Regis Philbin.
Yeah.
Any of the recent hosts. It's all classic, like when we were kids.
Okay, all right.
Jeffrey, what's going on, bud?
How we doing? Beautiful day for a game show, isn't it?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Before we start this fantastic show, and again, Robert Kelly coming up in a sec. Jeff, you got your guitar with you?
Are we really going to do this?
Give me
I have to go. I'll have to go home and get it. But all right, I'll have this one.
Give me
30, here's one.
30 seconds of Who'll Stop the Rain. Quickly.
No, you said not Who'll Stop the Rain. That's a different song, right?
Which one?
Will You Ever See the Rain?
Have you ever seen the rain? Go ahead.
Let's see.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to know, will you ever see the rain?
It's Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Have you ever seen the rain?
Oh, Jesus. You were so good before.
Wait. You confused me. All right, here we go. Ready? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain?
There you go.
I want to know, have you ever
Why are we doing this?
Can we mute him? Can we mute? How to mute?
All right, can we get to the game?
Anyway, Jeff, listen. Give us the game show.
Give us the game show. Good job, Jeff. Thank
Robert Kelly's in the green room. He's
plugging
crying. He wants to get out of this whole
He's like,
thing.
let's just get out.
Phillips
just
he's
logged
turning
on.
around in his seat. He already left.
What do you mean? I'm opening for Phillips on the next tour.
Right.
I don't understand this.
It's game show day.
You turned on me.
Give us the quiz. Well, I want to see how Suki and I do on this game show.
All right, here we go, contestants. We're going to put up the first one. This is from. I'll give you a small hint. It's from.
Jesus, Jeff.
No,
just put it up.
No hints. No hints. That's how good you are. Here we go. Show host number 1.
You know who that is?
The dating game.
That's the dating game.
Gene.
I know who it is, Sue.
I don't know. Chuck Woolery.
I believe that's Jim Lang.
Okay, Jim Lang. Yay.
Is that right?
Winner.
Thank you, Jim Lang.
One for him.
Chuck Woolery is my age group.
Well, let's
Jim Lang is like
you'll see. Let's see who we got next.
Okay, coming up. You can't miss this one. I'm sure it's going to be in 3 seconds. Here we go.
You know who that is, don't you? Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal. I don't know their names. Gene.
Whoa. Everybody Gene to you? Suki, that's Monty Hall.
Oh, Monty Hall.
Monty Hall. All right, Jeff, what's the next one?
Name.
Still on. The show is still on.
It's been a minute since
this one's going to be challenging. This one's going to be challenging. Put on your thinking cap and...
Oh, you know who that is?
Oh, Password. He was an actor
Password
too.
Plus, Super Password.
Yeah,
and Tattletales.
I don't remember him.
Let's just say Gene.
Gene.
Bert Convey is his
Bert
name.
Convey. Bert.
There you go.
Bert. I don't remember any of these guys.
It's a wipeout. Scott's running away, but this one's
Keep
worth.
going, Jeff.
This one's worth
Chuck
50
Woolery.
points.
2-2.
Oh, you know that.
Gene
no,
Hackman.
No, that's not Gene Hackman. Are you insane? That's Wink Martindale, Sue.
Wink Martindale.
Gene Hackman.
They all have the craziest names.
Wink
don't believe that Gene
in your quiz shows. Here we go.
I don't
Go
believe
ahead,
Gene
Jeff.
Hackman ever did a game show, Suki. I don't believe he ever hosted. But here, let's
Lord.
try
I don't
this.
remember the host. I mean, this is like going back 35 years.
It's classic game show day.
It's my era. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Gene.
Oh, Jesus, Suki.
That was
Bob
Newlywed Game. Bob
Eubanks.
Eubanks.
It's a Newlywed. What was the weirdest place you made whoopee, Suki?
Gotta be the butt, Bob. Gotta be the butt.
Go ahead.
All right. Here we go.
There's your boy.
Oh, Wink Martindale.
Oh, Jesus Louise. It's Gene Woolery.
Chuck Woolery.
There you go.
It's
Sue.
Chuck Woolery.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Right,
This last one is my personal favorite game show host of all time. I still watch the game. It's still on. Here we go. Let's see if you can get
Is it Match Game?
What's his name, Sue?
Oh my God, I
What's his
remember that
name?
guy.
You've been saying his name the whole time.
Gene.
Gene what, Suki? Gene what? Suko, come on.
Gene Hackman.
Oh, Gene
Rayburn.
Rayburn.
Oh, so close, but
I really think everybody on that show was drunk or
Oh,
on some
absolutely.
sort
Red
of
Summers,
like Red
all those
Summers. They
guys.
were all like they were on something.
Yeah.
They still do. They still drink it on set. It makes it more fun. It's loose. It's wild. And I'm sorry, you'll get a consolation prize after the show, Suki. But congratulations, Scott.
It's okay.
Little Mary Kay Cosmetics. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Robert Kelly coming up. Phillips coming up a little later on. Here's a little of Robert Kelly in action from his recent special called Kill Box, which came out last fall. Here's Robert. I'm going to call him Bobby from now on. Take a look.
Then we show up there, and it's not even, I thought it was little hills. It was a mountain. It was a ski slope. It was 4 levels. Couldn't see the top 2, but you could hear screams, but not fun screams, like at a Jewish camp in the summer. Mazel tov, Shabbat Shalom, just and then an empty tube would just roll up by your feet. And nobody else can. Other families, is that your tube? Can we take that tube? We need another tube. Can we have that tube, sir? I'm like, there's still blood in it, you dirty rednecks. Relax. I get funneled into this crowd. My turn to go up. There's a rubber mat that drags thousands of people up this mountain every day. Thousands of people up every day. I stepped on it. I shut it down twice. Yeah. You heard an engine go, 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 go. The kid that worked there was trying to, let me see if I can push a button. Maybe it's something else. Then he was like, all right, everybody off. He has to go on by himself. Oh, that's good for my self-esteem. That made me feel beautiful inside as a human. Now it's just me alone, sad.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Bob, take off your mute. He's muted.
I got it.
Oh,
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Gene Hackman.
I don't know.
Bob, I should have done
I
it
don't
with you.
remember it.
Okay, I didn't remember, and I'm with you. I didn't remember any of them either. But Gene Hackman's one of the greatest actors.
I know he's an actor. He's an actor. I know.
Not an actor. One of the greatest actors of all time. That's like saying Al Pacino. Who hosted the dating game? Robert De Niro? What?
All right.
She was everybody was Gene.
Gene, listen, I feel like, Wink Martindale, I should have remembered all that. Those were like all clutch names, right? Who the heck?
Suki, first of all, I'm with you. I didn't remember any of these dudes. The fact that they know their name is nuts to me.
I know.
But
listen, I know Engelbert Humperdinck. That's a big one, right?
Yeah. What's the big song,
Engelbert?
Song. So I sing you to sleep
after the loving.
Bob, you don't know that one?
I do know that one, but I don't. I thought it was Gene Hackman who sang that song. I thought it was.
I love it. Good. Thanks for coming on, man. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Of course. Thanks for having me on. I feel like me and you haven't met, but we kind of met online. And then when I got on here and I heard you guys talking, and I felt like this is kind of some witness protection program thing that you're in.
It is.
Like you got sick of just being nobody. So let's start a show.
Hey, Bob, listen, we were somebodies when we started this show.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you right now, this is 100 million times better than I thought it was going to be. This is real. Like, this is great. Like, I'd watch this show. Like, I didn't know about this show because I get asked to do, can you do this? Can you do that? You're like, all right, check it out. And then when I came in and now I'm seeing the stuff and all the people you've had on, like you guys really made something here, which I'm excited to be a part of.
So wait, so when I sent you the initial invitation with our sizzle reel, so you could look, you never looked at it?
I don't watch sizzle reels. Yeah, I didn't watch a sizzle. I don't know. I don't like sizzles.
Listen, Bob, I don't want to brag, but 14 Emmys between us, my friend.
Buddy, you don't shock me. This is so good.
This doesn't shock me.
It's not shocking. Listen, man, I like the flowers. I like the cups. The name Sookie and Scott. If it was Sookie and Ed, it would suck. Kathy and Mike, I wouldn't watch.
That quote just made the next sizzle reel, my friend.
I love it.
Sookie and Scott. That's made to happen. Sookie.
Thank you.
Thank you. But listen, like I was saying, the first time I saw you on The Degenerates, I said, I got to get that guy on the show. He is so funny. Was that now? I know you've done a lot of stuff in the past leading up to that. And you're not one of these guys who, hey, fame, overnight success really takes a long time.
Yeah.
And you've been working at it for a long time, man. And you're building yourself up, and you're doing it organically, and you're getting more opportunities. And I see you as a major guy selling out arenas, not before long.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to do arenas.
Oh, okay. Then I don't see it.
I'm good. I just want to be in Westchester. I want to have a Triscuit with a 4-year-old Cheddar, maybe be in a recliner and watch The Good Doctor. You know what I mean? I'm kind of into that. I'm married. I got a kid. Arenas are for guys who out there rock and roll, hanging out until 3 a.m, drinking, partying. I like to go to bed, around 10:30.
It sounds like we're friends, because that's exactly what I like to do. I have completely downshifted my whole entire life.
Oh, I love it.
I kind of like it that way.
When my wife falls asleep in my son's bed with him and I get the whole bed to myself, I don't know. It's like being in a spa. I'm very happy. Yeah.
I love it, man. The clip we played earlier on was from Killbox. You were talking about. It's funny because it was too many beeps for me to add in the beginning of it. So the funny part about it is that his wife said, "Hey, let's do something." Yeah. No, she said, "Let's do something." He says, "We just moved into this house. I want to stay right here." So she wanted to go snow tubing, and that was a story about. But it was so funny, man. It's so relatable.
It's funny because my wife, I thought, like, my grandfather and grandmother, their dream, the American dream, was to get a house, have a family, and work hard, and on weekends you spend time with your family. But my wife's American dream is get a house and then go and discover America again, like no one's ever discovered Tampa. We got to go for what? We just went this last weekend. We bought a tiny house, which another one of my wives.
You live in a tiny
house?
No,
this is the second.
I have a second house. No. I can't live it. We bought a tiny house, and she was like, we need to get during the pandemic, we need toilet paper, masks, and a tiny house. So we bought a house up in New Hampshire. We bought land. And because she got me into that show, Tiny Home Nation. You only need one spoon, one cup, one fork, and love. Yeah. And, tiny homes are not for married couples with a child with a crappy disposition. You understand what I'm saying? You need rooms to go in. You need places to hide so someone doesn't get stabbed. You fight in a tiny house, you're yelling at each other, and there's nowhere. It's like I'm in the bathroom, kitchen, living room. I can hear everything you're saying.
The bathroom, kitchen, living room.
There's nowhere to go.
And we just went up there this week, and we went. She goes, "I want to go mountain biking," and I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't bike. You haven't worked out in 19 years. What do you want? What?" So we went and spent $3,000 on the helmets, the water bottles, the bikes, and we go mountain bike riding. And then halfway through, she quits, starts screaming at me and my son because it's too hard. And I go, the word mountain is in the bike.
You're climbing up a mountain.
It's going to be hard no matter what.
Yeah. So we actually went mountain bike hiking.
I love it.
We just walked mountain bikes up a hill and then back down the hill and then back up the hill. So that was fun.
Mountain bike hiking.
Speaking of tiny houses, I was reading about, is it true you were raised in a 3-bedroom house with like 13 other people in Boston?
Yeah, Boston, Irish Catholic, back then, you just have as many kids as you have sex. So I know that my grandmother and grandfather had sex 8 times.
And your parents 13.
So my mom got divorced like a good Irish Catholic girl. And we moved back in with my 5 uncles, 2 aunts, my grandmother, grandfather, and my great grandmother. They had my great grandmother in a closet.
Let's wheel her in the closet, Johnny.
I swear to God, there was a closet. They made it into a bedroom for this old poor lady, and she just sat there on like a little tiny mattress, and they'd wheel her out for breakfast and lunch. And then
It's hysterical.
And then I remember me and my sister and my mother slept on a mattress on the floor next to the weight bench in my uncle's room. My two uncles, my other uncle Tommy lived on the sun porch, which sucked in the winter because it's not insulated. He was just camping all winter. And then the other ones lived in the basement, not furnished, pipes, wet, mildewy. It smelled like a ghost all the time. Yeah. But I mean, I used to have to get milk twice a day because of the 5 boys. Yeah, it was the worst time of my life, but the best time of my life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you got to be really close to your family. I mean, what an experience that is.
If you don't turn into a comedian out of that.
I mean, I also feel like now we don't have that closeness anymore.
Yeah.
We all have boundaries. I gotta have an emotional boundary with you. People at work, you gotta have boundaries.
I don't allow that. I don't allow that in my house. In my house, there's no boundaries in my house.
Yeah.
No. The one thing I love about my wife and my son, we have dinner every night at 5. We play, no TV. We do records. We wake up, we have breakfast every day, no matter how late you stayed up. If I was out until 3 a.m. doing shows, it doesn't matter. We kept some of that traditional because she's from Boston too.
Okay.
So we kept some of that just except for my uncles used to, when I was a kid, I would open all their beers. I get their Schlitz and they'd have big parties. By 6 beers in, I'm just trashed. There's just a 5-year-old in the corner passed out. Yeah, I'm just taking, they leave me a sip. So I was hammered. That was wonderful times back then, but now I'm 38 years sober. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Glad we could bring you back.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The funny thing is, when you read about you, we talk. I know it discusses, how young you were when you started to get into alcohol, and you were an alcoholic, but you got out of it also at a really early age. And like you just said, how many years?
38 years,
couple decades sober, almost 4 decades. While you were building up to becoming a stand-up, Bob, what were like some of the worst gigs you had to make some money for yourself?
Well, the worst gig I ever had, me and these other guys, I don't know, Al Del Benny, Jay Hall, and Dane Cook.
Dane, yeah, sure.
Sure you heard of that guy.
Yep.
We did a comedy improv. So we did sketch comedy and improv. And we won this competition, amateur competition. And they had us do this big show, this Rock of Boston show. And we didn't know, but it was in front of 14,000 people at the Boston Garden.
Oh my
God.
Yeah. Oh my God is right. Now we were going up in between the Spin Doctors and Fish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. To do improv sketch comedy.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Thanks. I wish you were there back then because nobody told us that. And our egos were so big. We're like, yeah. And we went out and we all wore different colored shirts. So we looked like an NSYNC type of boy band. The crowd had no idea. They were all there to see this Fish and Spin Doctor, and they're all on acid. And all of a sudden, this boy band stands up and we start doing a skit.
And
they started booing. Listen, let me tell you something. You've never been booed unless you've been booed at the old Boston. I felt the Lakers. Yeah. They booed me. They started going, sha-na-na-na. Hey. And all of a sudden, a shoe came past. The shoe came past one of our heads.
Oh, man.
We were like, all right, we got to go. That was the worst gig. Probably the worst gig of my life.
Oh, I guess. Spin Doctors, they're like Little Miss, right?
Oh, yeah, at their hype. That was at the hype of the song.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
When that song came out, you got to understand the people went from the Spin Doctors to us going, hey, give us 3 things that make you mad.
And Fish fans are all like, half in the bag anyway. They're pretty.
I was scouring, doing my research, and I saw you were in a Ricky Gervais movie playing a construction guy, Ghost.
Yep.
And there you are. Let's see if we could zoom into the guy in the blue hat right. See
there
the guy in the blue hat right there.
This is funny because you can see the different fats. That was my 4th fat. And then in my special was my 6th fat. The clip you showed, the first one of me and my special was my 6 fat. That was the last fat I was on.
From Killbox?
So
from Killbox?
I hate to talk about how people look or anything like that, but like, so you have actually, you've lost weight, right? Obviously, I could tell by your face, so.
Yeah, no, from here down, I'm still that size. I just injected Ozempic into my neck.
Ozempic.
Yeah, no, I lost over 100 pounds.
Whoa,
100 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, so it sucks. If I just could have waited to do the special this year.
You know what, Bob? That means that you have to just shoot another one. That's what it means. And then that was
one of my sexies right there. That was sexy. I have a bunch. Yeah, that's Dominican Bobby.
That's Dominican Bobby.
I have sexy Bobby. I have Shades Kelly. We have American Indian Bobby. That's my 4th fat. I have 6 fats.
So wait, so you've struggled with weight before. So obviously, up and down. Talk to us about that, because so many people do struggle with weight and have different phases in their lives.
Wow. I look pregnant in that. I look 9 months. My Lord. Well, weight. I mean, I think weight, especially in America, is the worst drug of all. Totally. Everybody's all over, drugs and heroin and alcohol. And I mean, food for us, for me, is the worst, because it's accepted. Nobody will confront you on it. The funny thing is, I lost all this weight and now you get these compliments, but they're always have an insult right at the end. So it's like, oh my God, you look great now. Oh my God, we were worried about you. What? What? You didn't say anything. Oh, we didn't want to be rude. Oh, you're just going to let me die and lose a foot? That's good.
So true. It is so true.
I saw you on the Degenerates. I didn't think anything of it. I just saw a guy who was making me laugh.
Well, it was, I was 350.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Look how big I was. That shirt right now is, my God. Yeah, no, I was big, man. 350. It was big. It was big, man. It was too big. I don't mind having a little on me, but that was, I was afraid of everything. Fences, my shoelaces, I had the 9-year-old, and it was like, I couldn't even, run with him. There's a lot of stuff came into factor when I was like, I got to lose the weight.
Listen, you look incredible, and that is no small task.
It's too bad you're married. The women be all over you right now.
Look, my wife doesn't care.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
Mine says too.
My son came to me. He goes to jiu-jitsu over in Westchester, over at Igor Gracie's, right? And he goes over there, comes home, and goes, Mommy cheated on you. And I go, what? Mommy went outside at the same time as what's his name's father went outside. They both went outside at the same time, and they came back at the same time laughing. And then I looked over at his mom, and she had, typical mom, 19 different patterns on, sweatpants, hair on the butt, fuzzies over her ears, gray just streaking up her head, 3 shirts on, one of my shirts on, one was ripped, had a stain on it. I go, hey, Max, was she wearing this? He goes, yeah. I go, you got nothing to worry about. She didn't cheat.
I love it, man.
I love that your son was so so attentive. Yeah, really reading the room.
He'll rat her out in 5 seconds. Good for him.
So Bob, listen, so you said you wouldn't have done too well in our game show host quiz, top of the show, which Suki and I did.
No.
We're going to give you a little quiz on sitcom living rooms.
Okay.
All right. We're going to show you the living room.
Yep.
Of a particular famous sitcom.
Okay.
And you tell us all you got to do is tell us the name of the sitcom. You ready?
I'm
called Name That Sofa.
It's called Name That Sofa. Name that living room. Name whatever the heck you want. You ready? Here's the first one.
It sounds like my wife could have played that in high school. I don't know if I heard about that.
We set them up beautifully for that one. So here's the first one. See if you can name this living room right here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's the damn. I thought it was the Brady Bunch, but it's not the Brady Bunch.
You're
That's
in
the
that
Bob
area.
Newhart show.
That would be Suki. You know what that one is?
No, that's a tough one.
We start tough. That one is
tough.
Bewitched, my friend.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember. All I just remember is her nose.
Here we go. Here's the next one. Take a look at this one. Tell me what sitcom this is from.
Oh my God.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun.
I Dream of Jeannie.
There you go. I Dream of Jeannie.
I wouldn't remember that.
Next one coming up. They'll get easier as we go. Here we go. Is the number 3.
Was Gene Hackman in that?
All in the Family.
There you go.
Edith and Edith.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. He's got
He won.
Put him up,
right here. Look at that. Right
Put him
there.
up full, baby.
Oh my gosh, look at that. What is that?
That's an All in the Family album.
It's an album. I've never played it. I hope it's just Archie going, you dummy.
Yeah,
Meathead.
Meathead.
Here we go. Next one.
That's the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch
Good
is
job.
the correct answer, my friend.
We all
Nicely
know
done.
that one.
Here is one more. I think we got a couple more. Let's see. Oh, you know this one.
Oh yeah.
That's the Friends.
Yeah.
Nicely done. You're last 3 for 3. Keep it going, Jeff. Put up the next one.
Three's Company.
Three's Company.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's my favorite when Roper used to say a good joke and then he'd turn and look at the crowd and go,
yes.
They give you the close up.
that was the Roper close up. That was the best.
Yeah. Oh my God. Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Here we go. I think we got one more. Oh, that's a trick one.
What is that?
Isn't that one of the peep shows in New York City back in the day?
I'll give you a hint. Dun, 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 dun,
I Dream of
that's
Jeannie.
inside the genie bottle?
Inside the genie bottle.
Oh my gosh, I would have never known that.
I was right too, though. That was one of the peep shows in Times Square back in the day.
Definitely.
That too,
Definitely.
my man.
There's a lot of those like that.
Bobby Kelly. Bob, thank you, my man. Such a pleasure to have you on. Like I said, check out where can people find Killbox? Just is it on
Killbox? It's on robertkellylive.com on my website. I'm going up to Tiny House for the summer. I'm doing very minimal shows. I take the summer off, but I do have some theater shows coming up all around over the summer. So go to robertkellylive.com. You can find my dates and there you go. That's where you can come see my comedy, man. And
say hello to your wife for us.
Yeah, don't forget, check them out. Degenerates, it's up there on Netflix. It'll always be up there.
I want to go to this tiny house with Robert.
You got to go hang out at his tiny house.
Yeah.
How big is the tiny house? Out of curiosity, how many square feet?
It's 750 square feet.
It's a tent.
And there's 2 sleeping lofts that face each other, so there's no whoopee, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And also the You Know What Dude podcast, right? You still doing that?
Check out my podcast, You Know What Dude. I'm the host of The Bonfire with Big J Okerson on Sirius Satellite Radio 4 days a week. So
love it.
Love it.
You guys are the best. This is fun. I'm telling you, this is a great show. You guys are going to be, I guarantee in a year, I'll be like, hey, can I come on, Suki and Scott? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we got Al Pacino coming on.
Tell your people it's serious about us. You know, we're a different kind of shtick.
Dude, you know what's funny? I've reached out to Dane Cook a few times.
Yeah.
And he always tells me to talk to his people. And every time I talk to the people, they say he doesn't have it in his schedule. And I see him on every Tom, Dick, and Harry podcast.
Yep.
And I can't get him on here. And we have the most viewers.
Guess what? I'm a man of the people. You talk to me, I come on.
Yeah,
all right?
Robert.
All right.
You're the man. Everybody comes to my house. Degenerates, Netflix.
Netflix.
Bobby, thank you, my friend. Have a great summer.
Later.
Enjoy it, bud.
You look great.
You too. Take care, guys.
You look great. Bye-bye.
Continued success.
Robert Kelly.
He's funny. Dude, you
so
got to check out Degenerates. He is really funny. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to keep this going. Phillips is coming on in just a second. Sue, before he comes on, Philip, and he's waiting. He's standing by.
We're weighing in or something.
No. So you know how they have all these artificial intelligence.
Oh, this is really scaring me. Is it scaring you?
Well, it's not scaring me because it still needs work, Suki. So
listen,
they had a sample.
They put out a warning yesterday talking about AI.
You know what? You're
and saying that we have to put parameters in
okay,
because things are going to get like.
I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you the big danger in AI right now.
Okay.
So they had this thing on Instagram where if you type in 15, 20 seconds, this virtual host will say whatever you want it to say.
Hey.
So I did it. The first time I did it, we got this gentleman right here. Here's what he said.
Hi, everyone. Let me just tell you that the Suki and Scott Show is the funniest, most entertaining show anywhere. Suki and Scott are best, although Scott could be a little better looking. Suki is hot.
See, so Suki, that was okay, but something was wrong with that. So I found a woman.
Okay.
I found a woman who I liked a lot better. Here's what she said.
Hi there. Don't you just love the Suki and Scott Show? They are just the funniest together. And what great guests. And that Scott sure is a hottie. Chemistry, relatability, and so fun. The Suki and Scott Show.
I'm scared. I was like, that's all computer generated.
By the way,
everybody's computer
and that
generated.
company, it's funny because I was just watching Shark Tank and Mark Cuban is part owner of that company. It's like Synthesia or something like that.
That's Synthesia.
But if you watch that,
no,
you can't think that's a real person.
No, there are a lot of men out there that'll think that that's a real person and have an
know.
affair with that. Yeah.
Well, listen, when the day comes that you can have the woman show up to my house, artificial intelligence, now you got something. Soon.
It's coming.
They have those.
It's coming. They have those.
The sex dolls.
Yeah. There was a guy that
He married the sex doll.
Yes.
Remember that guy?
Yes.
Oh my God, he took her all over. You know what he did? He did that for the high occupancy lane on the highway, I think.
And he fell in love with her.
Fell in love with the sex doll.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I could see that happening to me.
I can see anything happening these days.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Phillips is coming on. What an amazing talent, American Idol winner. He's
so young and he's accomplished so much.
Yeah, just recently, the Memorial Day weekend concert on the Capitol was unbelievable.
He's a family man.
Yeah, he's a family guy. He's got a son now, and he's got new music coming out this month.
First
he's got
in 5 years.
Yeah. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to bring him on. One of his songs is called "Dancing with Your Shadows." So we're going to play that in a little bit. But here's a little bit of it's hard we can't play like the real video.
I know because
then we get copyright flagged. So actually I found a quick clip of Phillips singing in concert from Somebody Must Have Shot It. Those never get flagged.
Okay.
So here he is, little Phillips, and then we'll bring him in on the other side. Take a look.
When you fall like a statue, I won't be there to catch you. Put you on your feet, and if your well is empty, not a thing will prevent me. Tell me what you need. What do you need? I surrender honestly. You've always done the same for. Now sing it to me. I would do it for you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I'll live long after you're gone. You will never sleep on. I'll live long after you're gone. Long after you're gone, gone. You're my
Gone.
And looking great too.
How's it
Look
going?
at you.
Oh man, this is just straight up bedhead. I had my
It's
son
all right.
all
Philip,
morning.
did you just wake up to come on this
been
show? What's
rushing.
going on?
If he looks that good,
No, I've been
roll it out of bed. We're
I'm
okay.
up every.
We're okay.
I'm up every morning at 7:30, and had my 3.5-year-old. He is just wild, and so my manager texted me, "Hey man, do you have Google Chrome?" I was like, "Oh crap, I don't have Google Chrome." So I was rushing here and downloaded it just for y'all. So that's how I always remember that I have Google Chrome. That is from y'all.
Thank you.
Just see that suit? You see?
Well, you know what? It's so relatable too, because like most people, we're also all up with our children at that time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Man. Wait till you start taking them to school, Philip.
Yeah.
The rush to get out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He goes to a daycare at like a few times during the week, and that is some nice 2 or 3 hours of just like. I love him. I love him to death. But yeah, the 3.5-year-olds, it's a
lot of energy. It's a lot of energy coming at you.
Great, man. Well,
absolutely.
Listen,
how are y'all doing?
We're doing great. We're happy to have you. I mean, you've had such a fantastic career
Storied.
so far. The best part about it is, when you read your bio, and it's kind of like, you performed in church a little bit on stage, and your sister kind of convinced you to go do this American Idol thing. And I hope you're splitting all your proceeds with her. That's the way to go.
Absolutely not. I think they're doing pretty good. I'm good. Listen, they get to watch my little boy for me, and he loves his aunt and uncle, and
I love that.
And that's my payment for them, so they can spend time with him.
Smoking like a true brother.
Yes,
right there.
Absolutely.
That's great, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's great, man. We're so happy to have you. We'll talk about the new music in a sec, but let's kick it off where we all, were first introduced to you on Idol. You read about your travels and your path, and you guys waited a long time out there, right? Just to be seen on day one, right?
Yeah, it was like so we went up to Charleston. I live in South Georgia. The tryouts were in Charleston, South Carolina, and we were there like at least 8 hours waiting in this arena around like 10 to 15,000 people. So it was a long day, and we were watching. We were kind of near the end, and we were like, man, there were like 15 booths, and booth 11, they were barely sending anyone through. We were like, man, it was me, my sister, my middle sister, and then her husband. We went and tried out together. We were all like, man, we got to stay away from booth 11. And we finally get down there. They said, all right, here you go to booth 11. I was like, no, golly. And somehow I got lucky. I guess they liked me. And got a little lucky there.
Well, what's it like to perform in front of J-Lo, Steven Tyler? I mean, that is kind of crazy.
Was that the show?
Yeah.
You don't perform in front of them until like the fourth time you try. So you have to do the first one I just told you about, and then you go through two more in front of the producers, and then if you make it past that, you get to go in front of the celebrity judges. But yeah, J-Lo was awesome, very just super, really cool, obviously very attractive. And that made me nervous. And then Steven Tyler was there, obviously very attractive, made me even more nervous. And Randy Jackson, really just cool guy. And I'd always played a lot of shows, and so it was just, I was just a quiet kid, and going out for that, I didn't know what to expect. I never watched the show. My mom loved the show. I never watched it. Didn't know what it was, what was going to go on. And I just got lucky, I guess. That's what they told me I won. I don't know if it's really true or if somebody made a bet. And
no, you just have it. You know what it is? Star power knows star power. And so when you go in front of a panel of judges like that, they just get it. They just get it. And America got you. They cheered for you. And obviously, you're not looking back. You're putting out is it your 5th studio album now?
My 5th studio album. Yeah, and y'all keep showing the younger pictures of me, man. My forehead is a lot smaller. I feel like
Philip, I'm
bigger each year. But no, yes, this is my 5th album called Drift Back. Super excited about it. And very personal record. A lot of love songs, a lot of songs about trying to learn how to grow and become a better dad, a better husband, a better man overall, and a better son, better brother and friend. And last 5 years, lots going on, a lot of amazing things, a lot of not so amazing things, but we live and learn, and that might be one of the reasons my forehead's getting bigger. I'm not sure, or the album might suck. So, but I definitely would tell people to listen to it first. That way, I can get some kind of money for my kid, so he can get have some kind of college fund or something.
I love it, man. The new album, of course, called Drift Back. One of the new songs, Dancing with Your Shadows. I could play a clip, or you can sing a clip. If you sing a clip,
I can try to sing. I can try to sing a little bit. Hopefully it'll sound good. If it doesn't sound good through my mics and whatnot, I would have had a better mic set up. But I'll try to do my best.
You're going to sound great. Go ahead. Let's hear.
It's hard to hear your words when you're so afraid to speak 'em. Something's on your mind, but you're hiding it away. You say that we're going under. I say we still got each other. It breaks my heart that you can't let go. You say you're fine, but girl, I know you've been dancing, dancing, dancing with your shadows. When the days get hard and your lights burn low, don't go far, just hold me close. We'll go dancing, dancing, dancing with your shadows. Dancing with your shadows. I don't know if I need to stop or not.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful,
thank
Phil.
you.
If it sounds that
Appreciate it.
good over this system, got to sound great on your on your album, my man.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad it did.
Tell us a little bit about
that song. That song is it's so my wife and I, we've been together. It'll be in the end of June, 14 years together. Not married, just together. You know, we have 2 dates: a dating date and then a marriage date. We're like that, but a long time, and she's just my best friend, and just awesome, smart, amazing human. And so that I write a lot about her, and I try to, I'm kind of repetitive in my songs, but I try to make it somewhat different. But the song's about her. She was having a lot of health issues going on that we couldn't figure out. And I know I could tell it was weighing on her, and it was weighing on me because I couldn't fix it for her. I'm a fixer, at least when it comes to her. And we seen all these doctors and see what's going on. But, I had to learn that I couldn't fix it, and I had to just be there for her. And just however that is, quietly, playing, movies on TV, whatever it was. And so that's really what that song's about. It's kind of a heavy song, but the studio version has an up-tempo kind of a makes you want to dance and whatnot beat. But yeah, that's kind of the fun thing with music. You can create these very deep emotional songs, but you might not even realize it at the time, whenever someone's listening to it for the first time. So I really like that one. And I get nervous talking about my music, but yeah.
It's just us, bud. It's just us. I got so many emails when we were putting out that, you were coming on the show and everything. So many people said, hey, did you see Phillip, recently at the Memorial Day, concert at the Capitol? Dude, when you're performing in front of that, I know you're on a national audience, but when you're in person with that type of audience at the Capitol, which was it? Was it Home that you sang or Gone, Gone, Gone?
Yeah, Gone, Gone, Gone.
It was Gone, Gone, Gone. When you're in front of that audience, man, is that just a whole different vibe than Philip Phillips in concert in front of his fans?
Yeah, it is totally different. I mean, I'm blessed enough people really know that song, and people really connect with it. And for that event, it was a really very emotional event for a lot of people all over, not just at that concert, but all over the world. And I didn't realize it at the time, but when I played my song, everybody was like, "Thank you so much for kind of the uplifting moment of the show," and that made me feel really good to hear that. And but yeah, performing in front of that kind of crowd compared to my fans, like at a show, it is different. But I'm always there just to have a good time, man. As long as people are having fun, I'm having a good time. And more people that come to the shows, I always see the boyfriends or husbands that come with their wives and they just don't want to be there. And then my goal is I'm playing for the fans at the show, but when I see those guys there, it's like, I'm going to play for you, man. I'm going to get you by the end of the show. Yeah. And I think most of the time I do. I look like I'm kind of tripping on something there, but I'm not. Yeah, so that it is different. And yeah, it's fun.
Can you do a little Gone, Gone, Gone for us while you got the guitar?
Oh man, let me see. I can probably do that.
Or Home, one of the two.
Let's see. I'll do a little Home for you. I'll just do like a verse and a chorus for that.
Thank
How about
you,
that?
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. So I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. So I'm gonna make this place your home.
Oh my God, amazing. Phil, did you know when you wrote that song that it would
So
be
good,
that
man.
kind of anthem for so many people? It
Yeah.
really is an anthem song.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever knows when you have that, unless you're like Kanye or Taylor Swift, maybe. Like, but, when you just write a song, it just I've done that, especially after the success of that song and Gone, and it's when you have when you're with a major label, it's like, we need another big song, that'll do like that, and obviously that would be amazing if every artist could do that, but not every artist can do that. It's very hard to write a song that could just have that big of arms, and so you kind of I've been in those situations, like write a song, so you focus on trying to write a song that's big instead of a song that's real and honest, and that's just not fun. And for this album, this is my first album, like I said, in 5 years, and it's all me. It's indie record, it's all funded by me, and it's I own it, and it's really that's very powerful for me and to me. That's another reason I'm very proud of this record. I even with the photo, the cover art, I had this vision of I'm a photographer too. I like photography, and my other buddy, who's the only other person I know that does photography in my town, he does it sometimes as well. I said, hey man, I just need you to come take this photo. I know where it is. You just stand there, take the photo, and I'll edit it and all this stuff. And he did. And so even coming down to the cover art, that's all me and partially my buddy George. And I'm just very proud of this. And it really speaks to these past 5 years.
You know what is really interesting is that's where the industry and artistry is moving, right? It's moving more towards independence from record labels. It's more about owning all of your intellectual property in a real way. And speaking of Taylor Swift, she actually talked about it. I actually went to one of her concerts. She talked about that, and she talked about the support of her fan base for buying Taylor's version of all those albums that she re-recorded for herself. Really, she didn't think that her fans were going to go out and support it. But I think now there's such a momentum in music fan base that they really understand, and they want you to make your money. Yeah. Like they really do.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, and I think you're doing it and and not being like a total jerk or anything about it either. You just you be honest, and you treat your fans, you just be thankful, and you treat others how you want to be treated, how I see it, and they want you to succeed, and I have a lot of fans that have been with me, since the beginning, and they're still rooting for me and still show support, and that's really cool. But yeah, I do feel like the music industry is moving definitely more towards that, which I think is amazing, because so many incredible songwriters and singers that might lose that opportunity to get more of their money from when they had to sign a contract that is just a ridiculous contract. And So yeah, I'm really proud of this, and I'm just gonna hopefully it does well.
Yeah, and Philip, we've had so many artists and musicians on this show who are quote unquote unknowns, but have a huge social media following. And Suki and I always say there's so singers, performers, music. There's so many talented people out there, and not everybody's going to get that lucky break. But and we love how this show is kind of is a little bit of an outlet for some of those folks to come on and get noticed. And it's just the whole rise of this digital social media world. You guys have your fans right in the palm of your hands.
Yeah, I mean, same for y'all. You have your fans, and that's what's really cool. I mean, the world's just changed so much. Even when I started playing, since my first record came out, 2012, music has changed insane. Like you can just get something right at the tip of your fingers, and sometimes I think that's really amazing. It's also very hard for some people as well, but I could just make a video now, like, hey, here's this, and people react to it, or someone that just plays music in their home, that has never played a gig. You're like, they write a song, upload it, and just goes viral, and then the next thing they're just playing shows over all over the country. It's just a crazy world we live in, right?
Yes.
When you were on Idol, was there one particular song? It's usually covers, right? So was there one particular song? We saw you there with John Fogerty for a second. Was there one song that you got to sing that you feel like, man, that's right in my wheelhouse?
Oh man, I would change up quite a few of the songs to make them more of me. I do like how I did "Moving Out" by Billy Joel. I liked how I did that one, and Damian Rice did a song of his. He was a big influence growing up and as a songwriter, and so I don't know, man. That was a stressful time. You had to do a new song each week. I don't suggest it to anyone, but it was a crazy time, cool, just really cool experience for me. It's a launch pad, but I'd never experienced anything like that in my entire life. I was just from a small town, and it's very cutthroat. A lot of people want to be famous. I didn't want to be famous per se. I just wanted to, make great music, and hopefully people loved it. And I'm able to do that. But yeah, man, a lot of people, it's like, we used to say it was like Hunger Games out there. People wanted to just really want to be famous.
Do you remember a little bit of your version of "Moving Out"? You remember how you did it?
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh man, I don't remember it. It's been so long. Now you got it, and I'll have to go practice it.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
Anthony,
we just saw Billy. I know the lyrics. I couldn't remember the chord for the second. Me and my wife, I took her for her birthday. We went and saw Billy Joel a couple weeks ago in Nashville, and Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, my wife was there.
How was that?
Dude, did you see my wife?
I saw your wife. I did. I did see her. She looked lovely.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time. We had a good time, nice little weekend away, and incredible show. Stevie Nicks, man, just a big fan of her. Her show is just rocking. So good.
I can't even imagine the two of them on stage together. That must have just been.
They said it was great.
Phenomenal.
Really
great. Insane, and just a sold out stadium. Just amazing. You wouldn't really. Just don't. You obviously know that they can, but you don't expect it when you see a huge stadium of 60,000 people just singing every word to the songs, and just such a cool thing to see.
Did you notice a group of like 5 drunk 50-year-old women anywhere near your area?
I noticed one or two groups of that. As the night got on, just a little more bit groups swaying. The groups got bigger.
Philip, obviously this album is very personal to you on so many different levels, from the artwork to the music to you putting it out by yourself. A lot of it is about your wife and your family and you becoming the man that you are. What are the songs when you look at that album and you're playing with it to put it out? What are some of the ones that really touch you for your fans to know a little bit more about the album?
Oh, I mean, Oof. I mean, I kind of put it this way. I told my wife, so all three of my albums, I do love them, and I wrote those songs during that time, whatever was going on in my life, but like you said, you also deal with a lot more opinions. It's not just all up to me, and so there's always one song on each album that I just hated, and in this album, I love every song, which is like it kind of goes back, it's all me, and I'm just really proud of it. So I really do love every song. There's a song called Strangers I really love. There's a song called Calm Before the Storm. And just, it all gets emotional, but there's some fun ones like So Will I that has a little bit more of a groove and you want to dance around and shake it around too. And, cool. Man, I can't even remember the songs on there now, but it's it's good.
Do you want to? I know it's coming out real soon. Do you want to do a little bit of one of the other songs on the album?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I can. Oh, yeah. Let me see which one I want to do. Oh gosh, man, you just throw me on the spot, don't you? I feel like I'm in high school again. Whenever I would. I go to parties in high school that Philip just play something, and I'll just sit there for like 10. I'll just sit there for like 10 minutes, like, oh crap, what should I play? This is a big moment. Let me. I'll just play you one. This one's called Love Like That. This is a nice one. You're as perfect as you've ever been in that sweater you've been living in. Can you see it? 'Cause I see it. Windows down going 85. I look over and catch your eye. Can you feel it? 'Cause I feel it. There's a rush of blood when you go this fast. When you're up against it, I got your back. They say that good things just don't last, but I'll say this. Every little fork in the road, never feel my hand letting go. If I did, I'm running back. You and me, we got a love like two names on a tree. Sure is every breath that you breathe. Every beat is like a heart attack. You and me, we got a love like that. Love like that. Like that one thing that won't ever change. When I lose my head, you say my name when I need it. Oh, I need it. 'Cause we got this thing that I can't describe. Like I fell for you in another life, and I'd fall again 1,000 times, and I mean it. Yeah, I mean it. Every little fork in the road, never feel my hand letting go. If I did, I'm running back. You and me, we got a love like two names on a tree. Sure as every breath that you breathe. Oh yeah, every beat is like a heart attack. You and me, we got a love like that. Love like that. You and me, we got a love like that.
Gee whiz, Philip, what a treat. What a treat. Thank you so much
Philip,
for giving us that.
Thank you for bringing the guitar, man. That was really nice of you to bring the guitar with you today.
What a star. What a
real quick,
celebrity.
because I want to let you go. I know we've taken up a lot of time. You guys are going out on tour real soon. You're starting off in Detroit, right?
Yeah, got a lot of shows coming up this month in June. A few shows with Michael Franti, definitely like 3 or 4 or 5, something like that of my own all over. And check out the website for the dates or any of the socials. And then definitely, I'll be having a tour coming up in the fall as well that we haven't announced yet, but I just told y'all. But I'm bad at secrets. And yeah, so that, and yeah, check it all out. Just keep up with me. And again, I thank y'all for having me. Y'all are awesome. It's a great show. Y'all are really fun, and wish you nothing but success.
Oh, right back at you,
thank
Phillip.
you, buddy.
You're
Appreciate
amazing. You're a gentleman.
Enjoy fatherhood, my friend.
Yeah.
It only gets better, or sometimes worse, but mostly better.
Mostly better.
Yeah.
I'm
going to do my best.
Phillip, you have a son, so you're way ahead of the game as far as drama goes when he gets older. So you're okay.
Oh man, I hope so. Right now, he's just like his mama. I'll just say that. And,
I'm sure she's waiting for you right now. She's like, what is that supposed to mean?
I love it. Phillip's got the new album. Jeff, put the album up one more time. It's called Drift Back. And
it's amazing.
It's available. Phillip, what's the site they can go to? You know the address?
Yeah, PhillipPhillips.com. You know, this album will be all on Apple Music, Spotify, and you can also, if you want to get a vinyl, you can order the vinyl, and that'll be really awesome. I love vinyl, and so yeah, or get a CD. So yeah, everywhere, Amazon, Pandora, all that kind of stuff. It'll be everywhere.
Okay.
Beautiful. Over 1.2 billion Pandora streams for his music. It's crazy. Yeah. Phillip, listen, man, continued success. Enjoy the tour. Thank you so much for the time, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Phillip.
Thank you. Thank y'all very much. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.
Take care,
what
bud.
a gentleman. I
Take
love
care.
him. Oh.
Bye-bye. What a
I
good
mean,
guy.
come on.
What a good guy.
Got a preview of if you don't love this show now, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, come on.
Man, Robert Kelly was amazing. Phillips.
Both of them touring this summer.
Yeah. Well,
go to their
Robert's
websites.
Touring at his mini home.
Yeah, but he said he's doing a couple of shows more up in the fall. But obviously, Phillip is touring more in the summer and the fall. But great show, Scott. Great
Suki,
show.
Before we go, and we don't have to do it if you don't want to, but do you remember the game show hosts that we put up earlier?
Wink Martindale.
Will you remember any of them?
Wink Martindale.
Jeff, let's see if she remembers. Give her number one, please. Game show. Who is that?
Oh, Gene Rayburn.
You love saying Gene.
I got it right. I didn't say I said Gene Rayburn this time.
But that was Jim Lang.
All right, Jim Lang, Gene. There you go. There's Gene Rayburn. Match game. That's my man right there.
Martha was so fed up. How fed up was she? Oh, it was great. Suk, what a great show. We got some great shows coming up, everybody. Check us out every Monday through Friday. USA
Suki and
Today
Scott
Network. Suki and Scott Show. Just pass it on to your friends. Big things are happening.
It's a secret, but it's a great secret.
Yeah. It's really good. And of course, listen, everybody says, where's Philly Kid? Where's Philly Kid? Philly Kid is still here with us in spirit. And we end every show here on Facebook Live with Phil and one of his newest songs. So here he is. We love you guys. Mwah. We'll see you later
everybody.
on.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Here's Philly Kid.
Alone in this house again tonight. I got the TV on, the sound turned down, and a bottle of wine. There's pictures of you and I on the walls around me. The way that it was and could have been surrounds me. I'll never get over you walking away, oh baby. I've never been the kind to ever let my feelings show, and I thought that being strong meant never losing your self-control, but I'm just drunk enough to let go of my pain. To hell with my pride, let it fall like rain from my eyes. Tonight I wanna cry. Would it help if I turned a sad song on? All by myself would sure hit me hard now that you're gone. Or maybe unfold some old yellow lost love letters It's gonna hurt bad before it gets better, but I'll never get over you by hiding this way. I've never been the kind to ever let my feelings show, and I thought that being strong meant never losing your self-control, but I'm just drunk enough to let go of my pain. To hell with my pride, let it fall like rain from my eyes. Tonight I wanna cry, baby. I never been the kind to ever let my feelings show, and I thought that being strong meant never losing your self-control, but I'm just drunk enough to let go of my pain. To hell with this pride, let it fall like rain from my eyes. Tonight I wanna cry.